Hi guys, I'm Victoria. This is my first vlog that I hope will continue. I am going to try to make this all about my high school experiences, environmental things that I am involved in, things that I'm trying to do, and also trying to help all of you guys out there on what you guys can do and trying to help you guys to know what's really going on. And for this first video, we're going to be going to my school garden and interviewing my teacher and talking to some of my friends in the club and looking at some of their projects and things that they're doing and some pictures of the garden. So I really hope that you guys like this. So now we're going to be going to the garden and be doing some projects, hopefully. And Miss Shaw will just tell us what we're doing today. So, hey, this is my anything. I don't care.
We're gonna do some stuff today at the garden. Help out the environment and stuff. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Hi guys. So this is Adele. She is in one of my classes, or almost all of my classes actually. And we're in global studies together. So yeah. Is it just me, or is your upper lip and your chin like sweating?
Dude, I feel it. Oh, you just made me realize it.
Yep.
Why? No.
It's like dripping.
No, it's worth it.
Yeah. My mask is so moist.
Don't say that word.
Hi. My YouTube video.
Carla. Hi, Carla.
Do you want to be that too? Hi.
What's this? What are you gonna name this? What's the document?
I don't know.
Global activities.
I don't got too much ass, but I got the eyelashes, you know, so I'll be alright.
Are they potatoes?
Well, I mean, they're not potatoes yet, but I mean, are the potatoes in the ground? You got pulled up in the potatoes there. You're doing great so far.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm just taking videos of people.
Well, I take a video of you because this is your blog. You need to be on it too.
All right.
Swimming team coming together, working for the environment. 2020, we're about that life. We're about this moringa, which is a good source of protein. We dry them up, we put them into shakes, and we use other sources of food that we have around the garden, like pineapples and mangoes. And we make some pretty good shakes.
So now I'm gonna go help Keegan after that whole moringa thing. We have to find some tools to take off the glue from gluing on the caps on the sides. So he's just gonna be telling me what to do. And I'll give some before and after pictures. It'll probably take a while, but I'll take a picture of it. So here are the before and afters of the trailer that Keegan is working on. I think he's going to do a really great job. And then the next two, the barrels, are a project that the girls are working on.
All right, go.
I already put this in the ground.
This is Mrs. Shaw. She is my environmental science teacher and also the leader of this Global Studies Club. I'm going to be asking her a few questions about the club and about the environment.
About 11 years ago, I was teaching IB and regular biology, and I'm a biologist, and I loved it. Environmental science or reality. So I'm concerned about the issues that are facing our world today and kind of helping young people to come on board and recognize that science is beautiful and that the environment, there's only one. It was Mr. McPhee, a principal that allowed us to actually teach IB environmental science. So he took me out of the bio and gave me IB environmental science.
So what is this club all about to you and to other people?
So I think it depends on who you talk to while you're here. Initially, I started the environmental club, Global Studies, because having went to University at Colorado State, living on a farm, and developing kind of ties with the earth and those people who who did farm and garden and did that for a living and even hunted. I felt a kindred kind of spirit or a kinship with them. And so as they taught me while I was in Colorado, I thought it was important to do that here with my young people at Cape, because many of them have lost that ability to understand where their food comes from, our health and issues of obesity, and even the way that we think needs to be more, in my mind, more progressive. And the way that progressiveness actually happens is by going back to our grassroots
so
and
cool.
finding out what it is that the pioneers, that the Native Americans, that the folks from many years ago knew, and how they took care of the earth and were able then to better feed their families. So that's what the club means to me, is teaching those skills that they can stay with them forever, and maybe they'll pass it on.
Cool. What are some things that you're doing or that you have done with or for the club?
Well, I would say there wasn't any finance behind the club when we got started. So I developed some grant writing techniques, I guess, and figured out how to fundraise, and the students were on board with that. It was really beautiful. And so as a result, I guess I've learned how to sustain a garden and realize what sustainability is. It's not like you can start a garden and then assume it's going to progress or it's going to carry on.
Right.
So those are some of the things that I've learned. But I think most importantly, it's the work that's involved when gardening. It involves using tools and understanding safety, engineering projects. Those kids who are artists come here and they find a place for themselves in the garden through their art, their photography, and my engineering kids, and those kids with political interests and that kind of thing that are wanting to make a difference. They're here and they're finding their place through projects that they've designed. So there's multiple projects that we have done that I think make the club different, unique to the kids that are part of it. You know, like you're here.
Yeah.
You're here wanting to know how to educate others. That's super, super beautiful. So that would be an example of how some students walk in and they change their view and change other people's view. And the garden means something entirely different to them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. What are you looking forward to doing with the club, or thing to do with the environment? What are some things that you're really looking forward to?
Well, we have an organic vegetable garden, which is the center of the garden. And then outside of the gym, we have a fruit forest. But there's a ring of native plants in order to bring in our pollinators that kind of circles the outside of the garden. And I like that expansion. It seems like that we started with the organic vegetable patch, then we moved into the sustainable fruit forest, then we did the natives, and now we're looking to incorporate pharmacy. By that I mean farm as in F-A-R-M, pharmacy, and looking at some of the more holistic types of teas, herbs that can be grown that can benefit students as well as their parents. I guess one of the examples would be that because I have arthritis, used to take certain medications for arthritis, and as a result of studying and gardening and that kind of thing, I now grow my own turmeric and black pepper and make my own tinctures so that I can minimize that arthritis that's happening. So we like to expand and incorporate pharmacy as part of the garden. And then we have some major art projects and upcycling projects of different types of manufactured, like the canoe, how to use that as an example to show people how they can repurpose rather than throw out, and support that disposable society. So my goal is to have more of those types of projects be initiated through the course of this year. So it's pharmacy and kind of creative upcycled projects that the students will design.
Okay, so anything globally that you think is really exciting or that a lot of people should be doing?
Well, there's lots of things that I think we can do, and often those suggestions or ideas come out as a part of the class when when I'm teaching maybe indoors, but then sometimes here too. As far as an outreach education, the students and I participate in some competitions during the course of the year, but each year they do change. But one of the things I'd really like to do is take the students to the Dominican Republic and to help them initiate a water purification system. I have some friends that are there. They're related with the church, and this club has all different kinds of members. We're not a church organization, but when anyone does the right thing, that's who we're here to support. So if I can get the Freedom and Leadership Institute to invite our students, I would really like to take a handful of those kids that want to make a difference globally and see the conditions that people in the Dominican kind of live under, and maybe it would make it more real for them.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. I think you should have fun, Vic, and that this is for you to explore. Rather than me, the kids all have these kind of ideas, and I think it would be really fun to listen to what the kids have to say. And because I may learn from that, you know, who knows what's in the back of their minds. So I don't have anything more to share, but I'm hoping you can share with me some of the things that the kids might want to do that I don't know about.
Alright guys, I really hope that you liked this video. Please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and in the comments, you know, just tell me some things that you'd like to see next. Give me some helpful criticism, please. Helpful. But yeah, until next time guys, bye.